I'm shy and have been for the longest while. It's like this cloud that follows me around, and for the most part, I just tolerate it because I don't know how to deal with it. I was mostly homeschooled, but for the first 2 grades or so, I was in public school. There were cliques, boys, girls, and miscellaneous. I played with the girls, stuff like tag and hopscotch. I wasn't shy yet, but while having no shyness, I was usually reserved. I have myopia, it's hereditary. Naturally, I got these glasses, and along with it, a neat case. The girls had gotten a glimpse, and one of them, that's color Kitty, wanted the gem on the latch. What did I do? Let them try to rip it out. Heck, we even took the case to some boy so he could try to chew it out. Didn't work. Graciously. Point is, I always just did what I was asked. That's what I thought it took to be liked. But, eventually I realized that being a doormat doesn't really work. It shifts the dynamic. I wasn't someone with likes and dislikes. I was an NPC who's only there for others. From then on, I'd grown more aware of social standards. Paired with being a people pleaser, my shyness started to take root. My brain built in this fear over my social interactions. Whenever someone had a remotely negative reaction to me, I was abnormally hurt. It made it hard for me to initiate conversation. Oftentimes I had to be approached, and even being approached was rare. And when it did happen, I absolutely fumbled interaction. I talk just fine with my family, but not anyone else. It's like my brain tries to calculate a response, but instead short circuits and comes up with a whole load of nothing. I guess my brain doesn't know what to expect when talking to others. It's this cycle of scared of talking, and I try to talk, but then there's an embarrassing moment, then I don't talk, and then I get worse at talking. And then it keeps going and going, and after a while, it came to a point where socializing was more work than it was mentally worth. When that happened, I just stopped trying. I avoided socializing and sped through any interaction that did occur. It's tough to allocate time to work on it though. I have life in school. Just talking to people was a lot of energy, so I put the issue on the shelf. I also thought maybe not thinking about it would make the fear go away, because then, I'm preventing myself from overthinking, but doesn't really work. I'll touch on that again later. And then I also thought, it's fine, there are people who've had worse, warring countries, poverty. If I'm worth a cent, I should be able to fix this myself. I can, I just don't have the time to. So you can understand why they initially gave more power to the states, but it did not work out. So then, the founding fathers had the... what? Tell me what? The Constitutional Convention? Yes, that's right. They tried to rework the articles in the Constitutional Convention, but eventually they threw it out and just started anew. At that point, I was like, this isn't right? Mama had me look at classes for a semester, and I saw the description for an improv class. Helps social anxiety. Side note, I don't think I have social anxiety. It hasn't manifested to a point where I self-destruct anytime I'm in public, but I figured, hey, if improv helps that, then it might help my shy bone. Good luck. What? Ah! Obviously, when you practice something, you get better at it, so the improv class helped. A lot. Whenever I was embarrassed, it wasn't a big deal. Everyone simply moved on because the games were fast-paced. Probably like what talking would be like. I don't know. The teacher made sure to underline that there are no mistakes in improv, exception being a couple dark jokes. Other than that, it was very free. I managed to work that cloud down to the point that I don't have an uncontrollable fight or flight response when someone talks to me. Improv also built my confidence up because I saw I was capable of snappy dialogue. I wasn't hilarious, but I had some moments. There was this one game where everyone walks into a circle and pretends to be something of a given topic. Our topic was Disneyland. I was blanking because I went to Disneyland a total of once, and I was a tiny tot. I couldn't remember dust. People kept taking in and choosing stuff, leaving me with less and less options. By the end, I was last. Everyone already stole everything I could possibly ascertain, like roller coaster, Mickey Mouse, the will to live. Finally, I walked in and said loud and proud, air. Not Comedy Central, but what average human is. For me, it was surprising because over the history of stuff I've ever said, my talk is pretty stale. All in all, the growth was amazing. I never thought I could ever socialize normally, and I can see the new me just over the horizon. Next semester, I couldn't take improv too because of schedule conflicts. that's life, and just like before, I passively worked on my shyness myself. A lot of advice online is like, no one's paying attention to you as much as you think. You shouldn't change your life just to please someone else. I don't find one helpful because there are people who will judge you. I don't like two because it just doesn't sound right. It's not as bad as one, but the way I approach it is I have bigger problems than to worry about others' thoughts. It's like a rephrase of the second one, but I feel like this one actually frames me as important. When I consider lives, I start to think, oh well, everyone's got lives, and suddenly there's this 8 billion people on Earth statistic. Why can't just one life change to please someone else? In my opinion, it isn't good to apply statistics to personal problems. It makes the problems seem small, and you can't address them properly because, well, they don't seem like that big of a deal, do they? Toughen up, everybody goes through this. And well, to a certain degree, it's good to not overthink your problems, but you can't ignore them either. It didn't change the fact that I wasn't very good at social interaction. I also switched to please someone else for others' thoughts. Please someone else and being nice blur together for me too much. The thoughts of other people shouldn't outweigh my life. I'm just me, and it's normal to make mistakes. I'm not a bad person. I try my best. If people don't understand that, then it's out of my control. At least that's what I try to tell myself. I'm still kind of timid, but I'm able to talk normally. More so to people like employees and professors. Anyone who approaches me and is like, oh, hi. So basically, I can talk when I need to. It's not perfect, but you take what you can get. Hello. So this one's a shorter video, or maybe not. I'm not sure. It's a long script, but I tried to talk through it fast because I need a shorter video to animate. Because there's a lot of cuzes here. Anyways, I've been like busy and stuff lately, so yeah, there's some more things I could talk about this, like in relation to shyness, but I don't, because it can get a little personal, I guess, and I don't want this to be like 17 billion long minute video. Yeah. Anyways, so I'm gonna go like sleep or something. I don't know.